Well, today, already you have written your English examination well, I hope. And from today onwards, we'll start the topic of the continuation with the previous crash course called as evolution and followed by human health and diseases. In this particular part, when you see onto the questions of evolution, you can see that the first question is evolution genetic drift operates only in A. Smaller population, B. Larger populations, C. Mendelian populations, D. Island populations. Genetic drift generally operates already from the topic we know that it operates generally in the smaller population without no mutations, no genetical variability and we, so in these conditions when you think of this particular question you can see that we can go with the answer smaller populations A. Now, coming on to the second question, Archaeopteryx is a connecting link between. Already Archaeopteryx, when you look onto the Archaeopteryx, Archaeopteryx looks almost like a bird and its previous ancestor Dinosaurus. Means we can also say that Archaeopteryx is a fossil obtained and which looks its counterpart dinosaurs and next counterpart eves. So it is a connecting link between from the given options reptiles and birds. So it is one of the important evidential proof stating that Archaeopteryx belongs to the reptile connecting link between the reptiles and birds. Now, coming on to the third one, which of the following is true? Means we need to find out from these different options which of them is true. So, here wings of birds and insects are homologous organs. Human hands and birds are analogous organs. Human hands and birds' wings are analogous organs. Flipper ends of seal and wing of birds are analogous organs. When you look onto these particular options, we can see that wings of birds and insects are homologous organs. Human hands and birds are analogous organs. Human hands and bat wings are analogous organs. Flipper of seal and wings of birds are homologous organs. So here when you see onto the option, wings of birds and insects are homologous organs as we have discussed. These are analogous. So first option is wrong. B. Human hands and birds' wings are analogous organs. Human hands and birds' wings are generally, in this case, human hands and birds' wings are different origin. So it is a convergent evolution. They are obviously analogous, but here we see that in the case of if you take the bird bat then they are homologous. So here we have a doubt on this option, and next options we'll check. Human hands and bat's wings are analogous organs. Human hands and bat wings are homologous. So that is third option is also wrong. And D. Flipper of seal and wings of birds are homologous. So here with the option D is looking most appropriate option because they are functionally similar, that is flying, and so they can be considered. Flipper of seal and wing of birds are analogous. Flipper of seal and wings of birds there. So flipper of seal, seal belongs to mammalians, wings, birds belongs to, so they have different functions, different origin, so they can be analogous organs, so we can go for the D option, right option. Next, which of the following phenomenon supports Darwin concept of natural selection in organic evolution? Development of transgenic animals, application, it is application of biotechnology. Production of Dolly the sheep by cloning, this is also a biotechnological application. Development of prevalence of insect resistant insects. Development of organs from stem cells for organic transplantation. When you see A, B, D options, they are applications, and prevalence of pesticides in natural, and it can be suggested as an example for the natural selection. And when you see on to the next one, what is the correct arrangement of periods of Paleozoic era in the ascending order in the geological time scale? When you look onto this from the given options, so your Paleozoic era means ancient era. So in this, when you see onto this from the back, ascending order from the back to top, you see that first is Cambrian, Ordovician, Devonian, Silurian, Carboniferous, and Permian. Permian is a connecting between the Mesozoic and the Paleozoic. So we can go with the option from the COSDCP. So this is the order you need to remember. So here from these options we can go with the option B. Option B will be the most appropriate answer, B. Next, the brain capacity of Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapien neanderthalis, Homo sapien. So this is the order what we remember from our chapter. So the brain capacity of Homo habilis is 650 and Homo sapien is near to 1350 to 1450 grams. So it will be Homo erectus is approximately between these two, that is 900 cc of brain. Coming to the following is the diagrammatic representation of the operation of natural selection on different traits. Which of the following options correctly identifies all the three graphs A, B and C? So when you talk about this, here we are seeing that the graph is a bell-shaped graph where in the middle of the bell is a mean indicator of the characteristic features of the and the frequency of allele changes and the phenotype in concern to the height. So when you look onto this R.D. Weinberg equilibrium maintenance and the laws, based on that, when you see that mean value is in the middle, that is a stabilizing type of the natural selection, and if it is moving to either left or right, the mean value where it is away from the mean value, certain organisms like pesticide resistance, which is a directional mode, and when the graphs are high, that is the mean values are high away from the center mean value, that type of graph is called as disruptive or at the ends of the mean value. So from these stabilizing, directional and disruptive, from the given options, if you see the type of A, B, C with the similarities. ABC graphs will be stabilizing, directional and descriptive. From the given options, the B option will be showing all the correct three options. So B stabilizing, directional and disruptive. And next, first life form on earth was cyanobacterium, that is blue green algae. It is a autotroph, chemo heterotroph, autotroph, photoautotroph. So the first, there was no other oxygen for the, and carbon dioxide was evolved first. So here they should undergo anaerobic mode of respiration, and they should live on a fermented products. So probably the first life form on earth was a purple sulfur bacteria, that is, which is a chemoheterotroph. So we can go with the option B. Now, the cranial capacity was the largest among the Peking man, African man, Java ape man, Neanderthal man. So the skulls obtained from the different areas shows that they are having the different brain capacity, which is obtained from the Neanderthalis, Homo sapien neanderthalis, also called as the Neanderthal Valley in Germany, will be considered as the direct ancestor, and the cranial capacity of the Neanderthal man was most probably having the largest cranial capacity between 1100 to 1200, which is the direct ancestor of the human being. So we can go with the option D. Next, the Hardy-Weinberg law principle cannot operate if the population is very large. Frequent mutations occur in the population. The population as the population has no chance of with other population. Free interbreeding occurs among all members of the population. The Hardy-Weinberg principle will not operate in the following conditions, that is, if there are mutations, there is high gene flow, that is high genetic drift, high genetic recombinations and natural selection. So the Hardy-Weinberg, from the given options, the population is very large, it is not concerned. So only the Hardy-Weinberg law cannot operate if there are more mutations in the population. So we can go with the answer for this is frequent mutations occur in a population. Next, the different forms of interbreeding species that live in a different geographical regions is called. A sibling means sister, sympatric means similar type of species, allotropic means different types of species evolved from a common ancestor, polytopic means different ancestors, different species origination. So here the question is the different forms of interbreeding species that live in different geographical regions. The good example is Malaya archipelago, Galapagos Islands species, Galapagos Island species organisms, that is the birds. So here we can see that allotropic species, that is different species. Allotropic species are the species a part of which are geographically isolated from the main population. The population becomes entirely separated from and finally constitute a new species in Galapagos Islands is an example of allotropic species. So we can go with the option C. Next, at a particular locus, frequency of a allele A, that is capital A, dominant allele is 0.6 and that of the allele is 0.4. What would be the frequency of heterozygotes in a random mating population at an equilibrium? So when you see onto this particular A, dominant allele, small a, recessive allele. From the equation you know that from this you can see that p square plus 2pq plus q square is equal to 1 then here P is equal to 0.6 where P is equal to capital A and Q is equal to 0.4 where Q is equal to small a. Then two PQ is equal to 2 into 0.6 into 0.4, that is equal to 6 4 the 24. That is 36, 0.36 plus 0.16. 0.36 into 0.16. 6 6 6 plus 6, 6 into 6, 12, 1, 3, 1, 4, 5. So that is 0.52. That is 1 minus 0.2 is equal to 0.48. So here the answer is D option 0.48. 48 is the right answer. Next, on the primitive earth polymers such as proteins and nucleic acids in aqueous suspension form the spherical aggregates. These are called as. So here, according to in our textbook, we have already learned that the polymers of proteins which are called as a colloidal molecules called as co-curvates. So here from that option, D option, co-curvates. Next, Which of the following evidences does not favor the Lamarck in the concept of inheritance of acquired characters? Lack of pigment in cave-dwelling animals. So this is a supporting of Lamarck. And melanization in peppered mouth. This is an example for natural selection. Absence of limbs in snake. Degenerated. This is an example of Lamarckian support. Presence of webbed toes in the aqua. This is also an example for Lamarck. So here melanization in a peppered mouth is an example which does not favor the Lamarckism. B option. Genetic drift is a change of gene frequency in same generation. Genetic drift means genetic change. So here gene frequency in same generation, appearance of recessive genes, gene frequency from one generation to next, none of these. So genetic drift means change of genes from one generation to the other generation. Obviously we can go with the option C, that is gene frequency from one generation to the next generation is the genetic drift. Next, 16th one. The Miller-Urey abiotic synthesis experiment showed that simple organic molecules can form spontaneously under conditions like those thought to prevail early in the Earth history. B. The earliest life forms introduced large amounts of oxygen to the atmosphere. Life can be created in a test tube. Long chains of DNA can form under abiotic conditions. So from this, the Miller-Urey experiment is concerned to the chemical biogenesis theory or synthetic theory. According to this theory, simple organic molecules can form spontaneously under conditions like those thought to prevail. So these are these similar earth conditions were created. So here the Miller-Urey supports chemical biogenesis theory, and it is from simple molecules the formation. So A option, right option. Next, in an evolutionary terms, an organism fitness is measured by its. In evolutionary terms, generally organism fitness is contribution, generally not concerned to the health, and mutation rate may not give fitness to the organism. Genetical variability may sometimes give, but it is not. So here evolution terms, fitness of an organism is measured in the contribution to the gene pool. So for the next generation can be termed as a evolutionary terms. Frequency of a character or a mutant gene in a population is expected to increase if the phenotype or its gene is. Frequency of a character or a mutant in a population is expected to increase if the phenotype or its gene is generally dominant, we cannot say. But if it is favorably selected as per the natural selection process, then only it is generally selected according to the evolution. In the population of bears, which would be considered the fittest? Generally the biggest bear, the bear having the largest number of mutations, the bear that blends with the environment, the bear which leaves the most descents. In a population of bears, which would be considered the fittest means which has more progeny. So they have given according to the law of natural selection, whichever are the specific characters and whichever are selected by the nature they give. So in the example also we can take that streptomycin resistance of certain bacteria towards the different concentrations of the antibiotics by certain bacterium is also the good example. So fittest means which can survive in the adverse unfavorable conditions. So here the bear that leaves the most of the progeny by accustomizing to the different environment is considered as a fittest. Here we can go with the option from the given options. We can go with the D option. Presence of temporary gill pouches in the embryos of snakes, birds and mammals indicates that the embryos need the pouches for breathing. Common ancestor of these animals had gill pouches. Lungs evolved from gills, fluid medium in which these embryos develop as abundant. So generally these are the ancestral characters, retrogressive characters. So here because of its ancestor, that is the fishes have the gill pouches. So generally these also exhibit that in the embryonic stages. This is one of the example of embryological evidences. So here we can go with the option B. Next, which of the following statements is correct? Present apes are ancestors of man anatomically. Proconsul was perhaps the common ancestor of apes and man. Proconsul was the ancestor of man and not of apes. None of these. So generally proconsul is considered to be the common ancestor of apes and man. So we can go with the option B. Option B is the most appropriate option. Proconsul. So B option. Next, what is the common to whale, seal and shark? They have thick subcutaneous fat, convergent evolution, homeothermy, 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 seasonal migration. So generally they live in the they are all pykilothermic. Pykilothermic. So they are not homeothermic. So D, C option is wrong. They may go seasonal migration, may not go. Generally they won't go. So D option is wrong. They have subcutaneous fat called blubber, but the common feature concerned to the evolution is they are from different origins. So they are functionally they are living in the same condition. They are, that is a convergent evolution. Functionally analogous convergent evolution phase. So remember the word phase. Next, one of the most important consequences of geographical isolation is preventing speciation, speciation through reproductive isolation, random creation of new species, no change of the isolated fauna. So here one of the consequences of the Galapagos Darwin finches are the good example of geographical isolation, as well as so they are found in different species, that is seed eating finches, originally carnivore herbivorous finches changed to nut eating, worm eating and other types. So here, because of their reproductive isolation, they are not able to interbreed between themselves. So this is called as macroevolution, and speciation to reproductive isolation is a good example of geographical evolution. B option. Next, which of the following in birds indicates the reptilian ancestry? Scales on their hind limbs, eggs with calcareous shells, four-chambered heart. So following four-chambered heart is one of the indication, but reptilian characters ancestry. When you look onto the crocodile or certain other reptilian animals, they will be having the scales on their hind limbs. So this is one of the characteristic feature, and they are all the birds are mostly oviparous except bat, because bat is a mammal, and it shows the, so here calcareous layer. Four-chambered heart is internally. So here the options from the given options, D option is the right option. Next, Jurassic period of the Mesozoic era was characterized by. Jurassic period of the Mesozoic era, radiation of reptiles and origin of mammal-like reptiles. Dinosaurs became extinct and angiosperms appeared. Flowering plants and first dinosaurs appeared. Gymnosperms were dominant plants and first bird appeared. So in the Jurassic age is considered as the age of reptiles, golden era of reptiles, but at the Mesozoic era, in the Jurassic period, at the base, the gymnosperms were the dominant plants. Later they have given rise to the angiosperms, and the first birds appeared after the reptilians. The first birds originated from the dinosaurs. So here we can go with the, from the given options, fourth option, because at this time only gymnosperms originated and dominated the earth's surface, and the first birds appeared from their modern day counterpart dinosaurs. So we are starting now the human health and diseases. A cell-coded protein formed in response to the infection with most animal viruses. Antigen. Antigen means produced by the pathogen. Antibody. A responsive system produced by in the body in concern to the bacterium is called antibody. And interferon means it is a cell coded for specifically defense against the viral infections. It has no effect on other microorganisms, but it is generally viral, antiviral protein called as IFN. That is antiviral protein called interferon, IFN. Histone is the protein molecule in the DNA. So here we can go with the answer interferon. Interferon is antiviral protein. Antibody means in concern to the bacterium or other microorganisms. A sexually transmitted disease caused by bacterium is leprosy. It is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium leprae, and it is not a sexually transmitted disease. B. AIDS. AIDS is the final stage of HIV. And pertussis, Clostridium borbicella tetani. Pertussis is a type of also called as whooping cough, which is caused by general infection, it is also not the sexually transmitted. So here syphilis is the answer. Syphilis is caused by Trypanosoma palladium, which is a bacterium. So C is the answer. Next, what is true about T lymphocytes in mammals? These are produced in thymus, thyroxine is produced. So first option is wrong. There are the three main types of cytotoxic T cells: helper T cells and suppressor T cells. They originate in lymphoid tissues. They originate in they scavenge damaged cells and their cellular debris. So most of the effective answer for T lymphocytes is they are the thymic lymphocytes. Thymus is a lymphoid tissue, so these originate in the lymphoid tissue. C option. Next, obstacle to large scale transplantation of organs is insufficiency of organ donors, immunological rejection of foreign bodies, religious or ethnic considerations, lack of effective surgical techniques. Main obstacle to the large scale transplantation of organs is graft rejection or immunological rejection, that is major histocompatibility reactions. So here transplantation major hindrance is immunological rejection of foreign bodies, that is B. Next, the use of cannabis products, bhang, ganja, charas, mazurina or hashish causes depression of brain activity and feeling of calmness, alters thoughts, perceptions and feelings, suppresses brain function and relieves pain, stimulates the nervous system and increases alertness and activity. So from the given options you see that generally, so cannabis is a tranquilizer, it affects the central nervous system, and it is a halogen, means it alters the thoughts, perceptions and feelings. For that reason only generally drinker person will be more anxietically, so it alters different thoughts. It is a halogen and it alters thoughts, perceptions and feelings. Next, B. Which of the following is an Indian medicinal plant? Saccharum officinarum, Rauwolfia serpentina, Oryza sativa, Solana melagnona. Saccharum officinarum, Oryza sativa, origin is in the Philippines, that is the rice plant. Solanum melagnosa. So here Oryza sativa is a food plant, Solanum melagnona is a food plant, Saccharum officinarum is a medicinal plant, but Rauwolfia serpentina, which is used in the treatment of blood pressure, is an Indian medicinal plant. So we can go with the answer B. Next, seventh one. In which one of the following pairs of diseases both caused by viruses, tetanus and typhoid? Tetanus is caused by Clostridium bombardella tetani salmonella typhi. So bacterium, so it is not viral. Whooping cough and sleeping sickness. Whooping cough is caused by diphtherium pertussis and sleeping sickness by trypanim, sleeping sickness by Trypanima species. So it is Aedes it is a protozoan and it is generally sleeping sickness by Aedes mosquito. So, and syphilis and AIDS. Syphilis is caused by Treponema palladium, already we have discussed, and AIDS is the last stage caused by virus. So both should be, then we can go with the measles and rabies. Measles is caused by rubella virus and rabies by rabies virus. So we can go with the option D. Next, hypersensitivity to an allergen is associated with apparent functioning of the immune mechanism, increase in ambient temperature, age of the individual, food habits, age of the individual, and increase in the temperature are not the reasons for the hypersensitivity. It is because of the apparent function of the immune system, that is autoimmune diseases also sometimes. So A option, eighth one, A option. Next, carcinoma refers to, carcinoma means, it is the carcinoma means epithelial organs linings getting the uncontrolled growth. So your benign tumors of connective tissue, malignant tumors of connective tissue is called as sarcoma. Malignant tumors of the skin or mucous membrane, carcinoma, because they are caused by carcinogens, that is skin. Malignant tumors of the colon, sarcoma. So here we can go with the option C, because malignant, these are the malignant tumors of the skin and mucous membrane. Next, human immunodeficiency virus has a protein coat and a genital material which has HIV virus is a, already we know that it is a single stranded RNA, and by the help of reverse transcriptase it translates the DNA of the host to the RNA and replicates. So here the genital material is ssRNA HIV, and it is showing certain conformational changes. So C option. Next, short-lived immunity acquired from the mother to fetus across placenta or through mother's milk to the infant is categorized as innate non-specific immunity, active immunity, passive immunity, cellular immunity. So generally short-lived and acquired is generally a type of not active immunity. It is a passive immunity. C option. Next, which one is the correctly matched sexually transmitted disease with pathogen? Syphilis, Treponema palladium, Leishmania donovani, wrong. AIDS, Bacillus, AIDS is caused by human immunodeficiency virus, immunovirus. So wrong. Urethritis, Entamoeba gingivalis, urethritis, trichomoniasis caused by trichomoniasis, urinary infection or candidiasis, fungal infection, gonorrhea, Neisseria gonorrhea. So from the given options, D option is the right answer. Next, to which type of barriers under innate immunity do the saliva in the mouth and the tears from the ears belong? cytokinin barriers, cellular barriers, physiological barriers, physical barriers. So it is a saliva and tears, they are not cellular barriers. Cytokinin barriers, they are not cellular barriers, they are the functional barriers, that is also called as physiological barriers. C option. Next, Vidal test is the diagnosis for malaria, malarial test, pneumonia test, tuberculosis, TB test, typhoid. The name of the scientist who discovered that Vidal. So it was Vidal test is the test used for diagnosing the typhoid. Next, which one of the following depresses brain activity and produced feelings of calmness, relaxation and drowsiness? So generally when you look onto these, morphine, amphetamines, hashish, so all these, but from this brain activity and feeling of calmness and relaxation and drowsiness, so that is a obtained from the plant and it is Valium. Valium will do this particular function. Antibodies in our body are complex steroids, prostaglandins, glycoproteins and lipoproteins. So generally antibodies are glycoproteins, glucose containing proteins. This you will come across in the biomolecules. So here they are not steroids, they are not prostaglandins, they are the glycoproteins. That is sugar molecule containing proteins. Antibodies are the example for glycoproteins. Next. Select the correct statement with respect to diseases and immunization. If due to some reason B and T lymphocytes are damaged, the body will not produce antibodies against a pathogen. Injection of dead, inactivated pathogens causes passive immunity. Certain protozoans have been used to mass produce hepatitis B vaccine. Injection of snake antivenom against snake bite is an example of active immunization. It is a passive immunization. D option is passive immunization. Protozoans have been, so here hepatitis B vaccine is produced from antiviral, that is hepatitis B viral protein only, hepatitis B virus proteins only. So C option is wrong. Injection of dead or inactivated pathogens causes passive immunity. It is active immunity. So here if due to some reason B and T lymphocytes are damaged, the body will not produce antibodies against a pathogen. So this is the most important option and this is the right option. A. Increased asthmatic attacks in certain seasons are related to eating fruits preserved in tin containers, inhalation of seasonal pollen, low temperature, hot and humid. So most of the asthma is because of cold conditions or seasonal attacks or the pollen present in the environment, because this is specific to pollen. Pollen causes mostly the asthmatic attacks. So inhalation of the seasonal pollen may be the one of the reasons for the asthmatic. Most appropriate option for the B option. See, a person likely to develop tetanus is immunized by administering performed antibodies, wide spectrum antibiotics, weakened germs, dead germs. So tetanus, Clostridium botulinum tetani is going to cause that. So here, instead of using antibiotics or performed antibodies which are done afterwards, so means live attenuated vaccines or weakened germs will increase the capability of vaccine means live attenuated or weakened germs will be used in the immunization program. So we can go with the option C. Which of the following statements is correct with the respect to AIDS? The HIV can be transmitted through eating food together with an infected person. Drug addicts are at least susceptible to HIV. AIDS patients are being fully cured with proper care and nutrition. The causative HIV retrovirus enters helper T lymphocytes, thus reducing their numbers. So from the given options, you can see that the HIV can be transmitted through, it is not transmitted, so A option, wrong option. Drug addicts are least, they are more susceptible to that, wrong. AIDS patients are being fully cured. AIDS is not having much cure, so your D option is the right option. Damage to thymus in child may lead to, so thymus is concerned to the cell mediated immunity or CMI. So a reduction in hemoglobin content of the blood, it might not be bone marrow, can be a reduction of hemoglobin content. A reduction in stem cell production, that is also wrong. Loss of antibody mediated immunity. Antibodies can be produced from other sources, but thymus is a lymphoid tissue concerned to that. It is generally in T lymphocytes, K lymphocytes and C lymphocytes. So here 21st option, loss of cell mediated immunity can be the possibility. Thromboplastin is secreted by, thromboplastin means, so it is generally produced by platelets. So because it converts the thromboplastin, converts your option A. Which one of the following techniques is the safest for the detection of cancers? Generally, magnetic imaging resonance, which is considered to be the safest method. Others can expose to the, but here the exposure is comparatively less and more effective method. Common cold differs from pneumonia in that of, common cold, pneumonia is caused by a virus, while the common cold is caused by the bacterium Haemophilus influenzae. Pneumonium pathogen infects alveoli, whereas the common cold nose and the respiratory apparatus but not the lungs. Pneumonia is not communicable disease, whereas the common cold is nutritional deficiency disease. Wrong options. Pneumonia can be prevented by live attenuated bacterial vaccine, whereas the common cold has no effective vaccine. So pneumonia is caused by a virus, while the common cold is caused by a bacterium influenza. It is also caused by rhinovirus also. Common cold differs from pneumonia in that pneumonia is caused by virus while common cold is caused by bacterium influenza and rhinovirus. So from the given options, the most appropriate option is from the given options pneumonia pathogen infects alveoli whereas common cold affects nose and respiratory passage but not the lungs. So here the B option is the right option. Next, which one of the following statements is correct with respect to immunity? Performed antibodies need to be injected to treat the bite of a snake, viper snake. The antibodies against smallpox pathogen are produced by T lymphocytes. Antibodies are protein molecules, each of which has 4 light chains. Rejection of a kidney graft is a function of B lymphocytes. So here coming on to the 25th question, the B, C, D options are wrong. Antibodies against smallpox are produced by lymphocytes. They are given by as a attenuated vaccine. Antibody protein molecules each which has 4, so 2 heavy chains, 2 light chains. For that reason C is wrong. Rejection of kidney graft is a function of B. It is the function of humoral immunity. So D option is also wrong. Only B, A option is the right option because performed antibodies like anti-snake venom is given. Which of the following pairs contains an infectious and a non-infectious disease respectively? One should be infectious, one should be non-infectious. From these, typhoid and AIDS both are infectious diseases. One is typhoid is a food infective disease, AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease. So infection means by transmission. And pneumonia and malaria both are infectious. Cancer and malaria, cancer is a non-infectious but first should be infectious. So here AIDS and cancer is the AIDS is a infectious through sexual transmission, cancer is a non-infectious disease, so B option. Okay, with this we stop for the day. You can look other